My name is Scott Barnes, and I'm an 1825er. When I was 18, the summer I graduated high school, I joined the Marine Corps. I left with plans to do 20 years. I thought that was everything my life was going to be. Through the Lord's providence, I wound up getting hurt, and I served a year, and God pulled me out of that. I remember listening to one of Joey's sermons. He was talking about when he got to preach at Gretchen's grandfather's funeral, and all of these people showed up, including the people that he fostered. And one of those guys showed up with his son, and he pointed at the picture of the deceased, and he said, "See that man right there? That man showed me the love of Jesus, and because of that, I get to show it to you." The Lord chose to use that moment in my life for me to realize that is all I want my life to be about. And I got convicted about next steps. I realized that I was alone. I didn't have biblical community. And I kind of heard about 1825 and disciple groups, and I wound up joining one. And they became like family to me. As I continued with that, I got involved with serving. I started to feel the pull to ministry, more specifically missions in my life. That June, I went on my first mission trip ever, left the country for the first time. I went to 6-8 ministries in Costa Rica. In that July, I went to Thailand. On the way back from Passion that following year, Tanya was talking about the mission trips that we were going to do. And then she said Poland. And when she said Poland, something in me jumped. And it's like, "You're going to Poland." I said, "Okay, Lord, I'll go wherever you send me." I wound up coming to Poland, and I was here for like 3 days. And the Lord was like, "Here." I came back and I told everybody, I'm moving to Poland. When I have to think seriously about what the Lord has shown me about what missions realistically is, I remember the first time I came around a mission trip, we were doing the Road to Jerusalem. The Road to Jerusalem is a production that Prome puts on for the local community that highlights Holy Week, that goes from Palm Sunday to the Last Supper, to Judas' betrayal, to the Garden of Gethsemane, to the crucifixion, resurrection of Jesus Christ, and a small sermon to deeper explain what these people are witnessing. And I thought I was going to be on the tech crew. I thought I was going to be picking up, tearing down, it's just stuff I'm used to, like hard, heavy manual labor, what many people think when they think mission trip. They dressed me up as a disciple. They put me in a play that was completely in Polish, made me really question, do I actually know the story of Christ? Because I can't understand a word that's being said. But the Lord showed me something. Missions isn't what you get to say it is. Missions is loving people. Missions is doing what needs to be done for the sake of the one more. But like here, putting on a robe and acting like a disciple, I was like, "God, you can't use that." And he's like, "Who are you to tell me what I can and can't use?" And we got to see, I think it was like 5,000 people in these past 4 days come to hear the story of Christ. One lady walked up afterwards and goes, "I'm changing my life after this," and then just walked off. I don't know what God's gonna do with that, but I know that us being involved and us being here and us doing this is just as impactful as us going and building houses. I think that was a huge thing for me, because I didn't think the Lord could use me in that way. And God's like, "You have no idea what I can do." I'm continuing to pray about next steps. I think I'm definitely going to try to stay in Poland. But honestly, at the end of the day, my heart remains the same. My yes is on the table. It's like, "Lord, wherever you send me, if it's back to Jacksonville, if it's here in Poland, if it's to the jungles of Thailand, I'll go, because I know you'll be with me and I will be full of joy."